Greetings and thank you for tuning in to My Journey with Paula G. We'd like to thank our underwriters, the Good Actor Studio of Marietta, Georgia, my coffee shop at East Lake, Pastor's Time International Bible College, Augusta, Georgia, with Dr. Paul and Marcia Kelly, Creekside Dental Incorporated of Douglasville, Georgia, Lusu Designs with Brandon Sampson of Maryland, Survival Radio Network and Clicks Photography by Clark Garrison, and Positive Power XXI Christian Media and Radio Network with Journey Was Live worldwide. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and tune in again. Embrace the journey with Paula G.
Greetings and welcome to My Journey with Paula G, where we juggle this journey called life while walking in the gifts and talents that God has given us. I appreciate you all so much for joining us. I hope you've been doing well during the season and that God has continued to provide for each and every one of you. Well, today we're in for a treat, as we always are for each and every one of these episodes. But before we begin, we always start with a jewel on the journey. And the jewels on the journey are those individuals who have joined us along the way, whether they've come to a live event, whether they've come to a live taping, they have supported this journey. So each time that we have an event, I always ask the guests to fill out a little index card like this. And I ask them to put down their scripture, favorite scripture that they like, or a word of encouragement or a quote, something of that nature. This keeps them connected with us on the journey, and it also connects you with them as well, and myself as well. So today's jewel comes from Pastor Ernest Hooks Sr., and he writes, "To God be all the glory." He's just got so much that he's thankful for. He just throws his head back, he throws his arms back, and he says, "To God be all the glory." And even in the midst of whatever it is that you may be going through, there is some joy in the midst of each and every day. The fact that we wake up each and every day, that's something to be joyful about. So, we have to work towards not allowing the challenges that we face each and every day that are right in front of us. We have to work toward not allowing those to distract us, because on the other side is our blessings. On the other side is what God has for us. We all know Jeremiah 29:11. On the other side is what he has for us. So I hope that encourages someone today. Well, our guest today is known as the Chef in Pearls, and she graduated from culinary school when it wasn't glamorous to graduate from culinary school. And she's here today to tell us a bit about her journey. So please welcome to My Journey with Paula G, Cassandra Sinclair. Cassandra, how are you today, my sister?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing today?
I am absolutely wonderful, and you are looking absolutely fantastic. It appears that you are in your element in the kitchen.
Yes.
In the kitchen. Tell us a bit about the Chef in Pearls.
I don't know. There's so much to tell, Luke. Some 40-something years ago, I was born to it. No. Let's see. I started cooking at a very early age. Mm-hmm. I started at 5. I tell that story. My dad was making pancakes, and I told him he was doing it wrong, and he wanted to prove that I didn't know what I was doing. So he started on that stove, and I made those pancakes that everybody ate because I did a good job, and I've been cooking ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah.
So how did the title come about, The Chef in Pearls?
The Chef in Pearls. So in addition to being a chef, I run a blog, and I wanted a blog that encompassed a lot about me. So not just the fact that I cook, but I am a bit of a fashion whore. I love clothing. I love accessories. I love jewelry. I love everything that's fashion. And so I sat down and I thought about it, and I remember my mom had given me a strand of pearls when I was a young lady, and I loved them to death. And so I put those together, and that's how you ended up with Chef in Pearls.
I love it, just combining the two loves, and I always find it so it's a joyful thing when I speak with guests who have multiple passions, and they just figure out a way to combine those passions, and it just combine all of their loves as they're moving forward. So you've been cooking since you were a little one. And I understand that during the season that we're in at the time of this recording, we are in the midst of a pandemic and some challenging circumstances. And you're utilizing your culinary skills to help children. Share with us how that is coming about.
So I'm partnered with another chef, and what we do, since a lot of children will be going to school from home, some parents aren't. They themselves are going to be working from home, and they may not have that time to be able to prepare meals. We offer a service where we provide meals for the children. You get them delivered, and we provide you a week of meals, and just fun stuff that the kids like, from pizza pockets to quesadillas, just, things that we know that are still nutritious, but that they would enjoy as well. I know they probably first time they opened up a container was just like, is that string beans? Yes, you will have string beans. Go ahead and eat.
No question, you will have string beans.
Yes, you will have vegetables and fruits too. So
yes,
get with it.
They have to get their nutrition. They have to get their nutrition, even in the midst of. They have to do that. So you also have your current baking project that you're undergoing. So share with us. Yeah.
With the pandemic happening, I started the year off with, I'm a private chef, a private lifestyle chef. And so I started the year off with what I thought was the ideal amount of clients. I saw a lot of great things happening for me for the year. And then that great pandemic came. And so I had to sit down and think about some of the things that I needed to do to keep my life going. And so I've been still have a couple of clients that I work with, but I had to figure out what else I was going to do. And one of the things I did, baking was my first love. I always knew that I would be a pastry chef. Didn't quite happen that way. But in wanting to move forward, I decided I needed to start baking again. And so now I offer cookies, chocolate chip, double chocolate chip, brownies, oatmeal, and I'm working on some vegan cookies. So, and for the holidays, these are cookies that I used to do before that people keep asking me for. So I'll be doing my gingerbread cookies, and they're a soft chew cookie.
Oh, gosh.
Those are things that people can look forward to seeing for the holiday season, that they can place orders with me and have dozens for their gatherings.
Gingerbread. I am stuck on the gingerbread cookies. Soft, did you say?
Yeah, and if you want, depending on what you want to order, how you want to spend, you can get them dipped in dark chocolate with crystallized ginger on top as well.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm clutching my pearls again.
Yeah, I'm glad you have them pearls on, girl. Clutch.
Yes, in honor. I wore them especially for you.
Thank you.
Especially for you. You know, as you know, we mature, our dietary needs or restrictions, change and so forth. How do you navigate that particular area? Because you mentioned vegan earlier. So how do you?
So as a private lifestyle chef, my goal is to be able to fulfill my clients' needs for dietary. So if they're vegan or vegetarian, or if they're carnivore, I sit down with them, find out what it is that they like, don't like, and I also try to introduce new things to them and get them to look at food from different angles, different perspectives to see what can be done. So it's just a matter of two minds coming together, sitting down. I need to understand what it is that you need, and I'll show you what I can provide for you.
Awesome. Tell us a bit about the group that you're a part of, ICG.
Oh my goodness. You don't realize that you need it until you realize you need it, right? In the group, thank you, Lisa G, for inviting me to be a part, where we celebrate small wins.
Yes.
We always focus on the big win and not realizing that it's the little things, the little steps that we take to get to the big win. So this group does, it celebrates all the small wins that you have, and you have a community that's encouraging you and pushing you forward.
Wow, that is absolutely awesome. So you have all these projects that you have going on, all of which have some the basis in food.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And we all love to eat. And the second half of the show, we're going to go, we're in the kitchen, but we're going to get busy in the second half of the show, and you're going to make something marvelous for us. I can't wait to see what that will be. Share with the audience your social media and your website, how they can stay connected.
So you can find me at The Chef in Pearls on all social media. I'm going to say it again, it's regular spelling. The Chef in Pearls, no Z's, no D's. And my website is thechefinpearls.com. So and if you want to shoot me an email, it's chef@thechefinpearls.com. So keep it simple.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, sit tight. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we are already in the kitchen, and Cassandra is going to prepare something absolutely fabulous for us. So stay tuned. This is My Journey with Paula G, where we juggle this journey called life while walking in the gifts and talents that God has given us. We'll be back in a moment. And welcome back to My Journey with Paula G, where we juggle this journey called life while walking in the gifts and talents that God has given us. And we are back with my guest today, Miss Cassandra Sinclair, and you all are in for a treat right now as she prepares a demo of something quite delicious. So let's take a look. Cassandra?
Hey, Paula. So today we were talking about I've had to pivot in this 2020 with this pandemic. And one of the things that I've done is moved into what's baking. And so I'm going to show you guys how to use some of my baked goods to make a different dessert. We're going to be doing a dessert taco, right? Have you heard of that? Probably, maybe not, who knows? But we're going to be doing it with the Chef and Pearl stuff. So what we're starting off with is I whipped some cream, some heavy cream with a 1/4 cup of sugar. So to keep this demo moving, I've already have it whipped. And in another bowl, I have some cream cheese that's softened and mixed with some vanilla and a little sugar as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate the whipped cream into the cream cheese, like so. Ha ha ha. Not like, because I'm not Tabitha. Anyway, and I'm just going to fold that in. So it's going to make the cream cheese lighter.
Ooh. I'm tempted to stick my finger in there.
I wish you were here so that you could, because you're going to be really good. But now that we have it all incorporated, right? Mm-hmm. It's lighter in texture. It's not as heavy. You know, cream cheese can be a little heavy.
Yes.
Split this between the two bowls because we're going to do one with my brownie chunks in there and one with my double chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, my.
If there's anything I know how to do, I know how to fatten somebody up, okay? So after this,
sweet treats.
Yes, ma'am. So we have two bowls now. One bowl, I'm going to put the double chocolate chip cookies in. Boom. And the other bowl gets the brownies. And again, we're just going to fold these in. So you get these nice chunks of chocolate and sweet through it. Can you see that?
Yes. Fold it in, not stir it in, but fold it.
And then I'm just going to use this same one in the brownies. And again, we're going to just fold it in. And that's just going from the bottom, coming over the top.
Yes.
So what I've done to make the taco shells, you would take, I use street size tacos. These are smaller tortillas, right?
Ah, okay.
And then we brush it with some melted butter. And I have here, we have a choice of cinnamon sugar or cocoa sugar. Which one, Paula?
Oh, Cassandra, decisions. Cocoa.
Which is great. So we just sprinkle some of the cocoa on the butter that we spread on the tortilla. And if you see here, I have an inverted baking. This is you can use a cupcake holder. This one's a mini loaf pan.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I'm just going to stick it to the back. I'm just going to stick it in here. We would do a few more and in the oven.
Okay.
And that would bake for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then we end up with what I showed you earlier.
Wow.
Right? Hold the shape. We've got cinnamon sugar on the outside. But I did a little something special.
Uh-oh.
This one and some chocolate and threw some toasted almonds on there.
Oh.
Because anything that I know how to do, I know how to fatten somebody up. Should we do the brownies or should we do the double chocolate chip cookies?
Girl, you're making me clutch my pearls. Oh my gosh, out. Let me see, where's the brownie? Double chocolate chip.
All right, double chocolate chip. So we're just gonna take some of this. I'm gonna place it inside, like so. But not like that.
Gosh.
Right? Ooh,
Yes.
Right. That's yummy. And then we'll take some of the cinnamon. No, we're gonna do the cocoa.
Cocoa, yeah.
Cocoa and sugar. Oh no, I did that. Sorry. Some whipped cream.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to take some of the cocoa sugar and go across the top. And boom, you got your dessert taco. Now we can get more ridiculous. We could drizzle some of this chocolate on top if we wanted to.
Girl,
Yeah. Maybe we should throw some nuts on top of that too. Because if you're going to do it. Right?
Yes.
And there we have it, our dessert taco.
Oh my gosh. That, who would have thought to utilize tacos to make a dessert? That is fabulous.
Yeah. I think so. I'm not going to.
That is fabulous. And then also, giving the audience the opportunity to see how you made it, is great because again, we're in the midst of this pandemic and it's really giving us the opportunity to come up with so many creative ideas. So when you're shopping or you're in the store or something and you see different things, like how do these ideas come to you?
It's different, like you said, seeing ingredients and wondering what could I do with that. Having sometimes other people inspire me. I'll see something that another chef has done and want to figure out how can I make that my own? What can I do to tweak it to make it a chef creation? It's lots of things. The seasons, how you cook, how I cook, or some of the things that I choose to do. I know right now everybody's on that whole, what is it, pumpkin spice?
Yeah, the time of year, yes. Uh-huh.
I'm all about the apples. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with apples and,
right.
do with a dessert. Different things that you can take those apples and incorporate into your meals as well. So like a tenderloin with some apple chutney. Ooh, that sounds good.
It does.
Maybe we should make that. Just, creating the things that are coming into season. It just, whatever it is I see. And
you just go for it. So share with the audience how they can stay connected, your website or your social media.
Well, this is your girl Cassandra Sinclair, aka the Chef in Pearls. You can find me on all social media platforms at The Chef in Pearls. And that is The Chef in Pearls, regular spelling, no Z's, no D's, because I'm too old for that. My website is thechefinpearls.com. See, I keep it simple. I told you I'm old. I keep it because if I got to keep track of it.
Thank you so much for joining. See, I wore pearls in honor of your chef.
Oh, you see, I have
pearls today. You had me clutching my pearls on that.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, Cassandra, thank you so much for joining us. The Chef in Pearls.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And, we all have gifts and talents that God has given us, and it is up to us to stir up those gifts and stir up those talents and utilize them for the kingdom of God. Thank you all so much for joining us. And remember, the greatest conversation you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears. What are you speaking to yourself? Is God a part of that conversation? And are you listening to his still small voice? Until next time, peace, blessings, and embrace the journey.
Everybody that's listening to my voice, I want you to put those hands together while I say these words. Look at here, Lord, I need your love.